Garu. Welcome, Professor Harikumar Oruganti Garu, Mechanical Department, NIT Warangal. All the participants for this program from various colleges, my fellow directors. We are very glad to have this national webinar on practical possibilities for faculty members to impact students, academics, and institutions through understanding UHV. We have been sharing the content of UHV during various stages, first in student induction program, then in second semester, then if the students opted for any elective on UHV, we had some other content shared. But always we have been wondering, like, how much is this useful to our student community, and are we able to reach them properly? Are we able to share the content properly with them? So, and we found it very much appropriate to have a deliberations on this, what impact this UHV is making on students and academics and institutions, and how we can improve in our ways of dealing with them and with the society by and large. So first, let me thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor H. Sudarshan Rao Garu, and Registrar of the University, Professor S. Krishnaya Garu, for readily accepting our proposal from Directorate of Faculty Development Center, JNTUA, to have a series of lectures on UHV. And last month, I hope all of, if you remember, we had a lecture regarding the induction program. Now we are very much fortunate enough to have Professor Harikumar Oruganti Garu for this another lecture on UHV content. Let me first introduce Dr. Harikumar Garu. So Harikumar Oruganti, he is a professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at National Institute of Technology, Warangal. He obtained his PhD in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Kanpur in 2010. He obtained BTech degree in Mechanical Engineering from KITS Kakatiya University, Warangal. Master's degree in Automation Robotics from University College of Engineering, Usmania University, Hyderabad. He pursued his postdoctoral research at University of Witwatersrand, Johannesburg during 2011-12 before joining NIT Warangal in August 2012. He also worked at IITDM Jabalpur earlier during 2009-11. He has a total of 22 years of experience in teaching and research. His research interests are in computational aspects of mechanical design, specifically shape and topology optimization, isogeometric analysis, geometric modeling for CAD, design thinking for product design, robotics, and AI for design. Under his supervision, 35 MTech students and 3 PhD scholars have graduated. 4 more PhD scholars are doing their work under him. He has executed 3 funded projects and 1 GAN course. He has over 65 publications. He is instrumental in setting up computational research laboratory at NIT Warangal. He is currently principal coordinator for design thinking and tinkering lab. He also worked as associate dean academics at NIT Warangal earlier. His awards include BHEL R&D Scholarship, National Doctoral Fellowship, URC Postdoc Fellowship. He has obtained many projects, as you see here, and visited Asian Institute of Technology, Bangkok, Thailand. And he has been to the School of Engineering, Science and Technology, University of Hyderabad as visiting professor for 1 semester. He also visited Technical University, Berlin, Germany as visiting scholar. He has also visited several research labs and universities in Japan under Sukara Science Program. He has delivered more than 200 invited lectures at more than 30 academic institutes across India on topics like computational research, optimization, MATLAB, IGA, FEA, robotics, design thinking and for product design, and universal human values. He takes keen interest in universal approach to value education and works for inculcating them in students and society through outreach programs as a teacher and social responsibility. He is also interested in creating useful products for needs of people and society through product design courses and research. Indeed, we are fortunate enough to have you, sir, today because this is something which is a specialized topic as the teachers, if you have observed, it's really takes a lot of effort to share the content related to UHV. It is not like a regular subject like robotics or FEA, where we will deal with the curriculum and we will evaluate the given problems. But here the evaluation part is also very difficult in UHV. You should have a real interest if you want to deal with this subject. So with his varied interest, if you observe, he has all the credentials of a good academician and still showing interest in universal human values. Really, it is commendable, sir. Welcome to the university and welcome to this webinar. It's up to you, sir, now.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the nice introduction. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Audible? So, Shirish, can you stop sharing? I will start sharing.
Sirish, sir will be sharing now.
Okay. Is my presentation visible? Hello. Is my presentation visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Before I get started, so quickly I would like to know at least some of the participants, like whether you attended UHV, Universal Human Values program, or you have taught it, or your experience. Some of them, if they can share, accordingly I can pitch it, which may talk. Can you please unmute? Maybe you can briefly say your name and affiliation. What was your involvement in UHV? If there is any, if not, you say that this first time.
Dear participants, please make it as an interactive session. It's a webinar, so if you want me to call me names, I will do it. But let us start with. I think Sarita has joined, our university coordinator, UHV coordinator. Dr. N. Sarita.
Madam, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon. You can say a few words, Sarita.
Yeah, basically, I'm asking participants whether you have, your background and have you attended UHV or is this the first time? Because
Yes.
accordingly, I can.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Vishnu speaking here from Aditya College of Engineering, Madanapalli.
Oh, hello.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have completed my UHV2 from AICT itself, and from past 4 years, I am dealing with this subject in the college. Like,
oh,
you know,
very
as,
good.
yeah, Prashanti madam said, like, it's very much different compared to other subjects.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So initially it was a challenging task for me, but later
Yes.
I came up with the idea, like I used to go with the live examples and start asking them like how we are going to do this, like a case study, I can say that. So how we are getting involved in that, like involving their parents and their siblings and all, like, you know, the relationship, how good they are at and all. Like live examples, I used to take it, and now I can see myself after doing UHV, even I have improved as a person.
Of
And
course.
I'm making the difference in the students' life also, sir. Like in a batch,
Great.
I used to have, I'm having right now like 10 to 15 people who, you know, they are really taking my words in a positive way, and they are just changing their thought process and all. And I'm very happy that I have become one source for their life, for their betterment of their life, sir. 4 times I
Amazing.
have taught the subject.
You should share your experience. First of all, maybe some other occasion, you should share your experience. I'm very happy to hear this. You are from which department? You know?
Actually, I'm an MBA student, sir. So I'm from Department of Management Studies.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Similarly, I request others also to give your background. If you're not attended UHV or not done anything, it's fine. So you just give your introduction and say that.
Couple of the participants can give your feedback. Actually, it is a mix of both, sir.
Okay.
Many of our even directors like our Dr. Keshav Reddy is from Maths Department, and Padma Suvarna Madam from Physics Department, and Sarita, and they are exposed and they have attended the workshops, ACT workshops, but some are there who are not attended also. Please speak up, one or two, we'll go ahead.
Madam, this is Sarita from JNTU College of Engineering, Kalikaris.
Yeah, hello,
Madam,
ma'am.
sir, I'm able to.
Yes, you are audible. Please continue.
Yes, okay, sir. So in our college, we are giving a lot of work to the students because even they made credit course to UHV, though now the people, students, they are very much willing to attend even workshops also, especially on UHV, and they are interested to participate as a live interaction sessions also, sir, in our college. So we are we are not forced. They are students themselves. They are very much interactive, and they are giving live interactive sessions. Like they are giving examples, like case studies. So they are able to learn very easily, and they want to know everything as interactive live sessions. So
Okay.
we are trying to more to know about everything about the UHV, and with more workshops, we are going to plan for the remaining faculty also to go through the examples, to know, understand the harmony, or how to live in right understanding, interaction between the relationships in the families. So
Okay.
now
Okay, ma'am. May I know,
we
ma'am, who is
this,
teaching? Who is teaching? How many faculty in your college completed?
sir.
Who is teaching the course, ma'am? This UHV course.
So the people, all the people, sir,
Okay.
not only irrespective of the departments, every faculty they are teaching. Not even the EC faculty or they themselves they are teaching.
Thank
They
you,
are
ma'am.
not
Thank you.
simply addicted to whatever the chemistry people are. In our college, all the members, they are teaching this UHV subject.
Great. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to share their experience or introduce yourself?
So, sir, good afternoon. This is Professor G.V. Subbareddy, JNTU.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
actually, this universal human values, it was introduced in the BTech curriculum very long back as a non-credit course, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then later on, with the directions of the statutory body like ICT, UGC, then it was it is converted into the credited course. And as Madam and others, they are spell out about the universal, the human values. So first of all, they must be all these the students, they aware of it, kind of the human values and the relations, and how the community and how they are interacting with the neighbors and all these things. It is needed because earlier in the school days, it is used to say by the teachers at length while they are in the school education. So nowadays it is missing. So that is why it is definitely very important to introduce at the higher level. Even people are aware of, even they can judge the things which are good and bad. They can able to judge it at this level. And definitely this universal human values will improve their the life. So with respect to the particularly how to maintain the relation, how to work with the organization, how it is interact with the community, and what kind of the values they need to maintain, while they are leading their life, all those things, they maybe try to aware of it and slowly make them to inculcated in their daily life. I hope
Yeah.
this will definitely helpful to
Yeah.
all the faculty and much helpful if the people are interacting like this kind of the webinar, maybe organized by the faculty development of JNTUA and other statutory bodies.
You are in which department?
Sir,
You are in
Hello.
which department?
so basically I am the professor of chemistry and the director of OTRI.
Oh, okay. Have you attended, sir? Have you attended this program?
Actually, Universal Human Values, this MDP program, I have not attended, sir. I have not attended, but I know
Okay.
the content and the syllabus because
Okay.
I was exposed with the BTech and these
Okay.
the pharmacy people in the framing of the syllabus and all.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I am Professor Keshav Reddy. I am Professor of Mathematics. I have done UHV in Hindi in 2017 because I love that
Oh,
language.
nice. With whom you did?
UHV हिंदी में ही मजा आता है. And
Yeah, yeah.
UHV जो है ना जिंदगी
Who was
सिखाती.
who was the
UHV
speaker,
जिंदगी
sir?
सिखाती.
When you did in Hindi, who was the speaker?
AICT, IIT Kanpur.
No, speaker name I am asking.
IIT Kanpur.
Okay.
Name is, yeah, resource person is from IIT Kanpur, I think. 2 or 3 persons are there simultaneously.
Okay, nice.
Kumar Bhaiya, I think, sir.
Kumar, yeah.
Kumar Bhaiya, yeah.
So,
Kumar Bhaiya.
UHV जिंदगी सिखाती है. बीटेक, एमटेक, डिग्री ये सब काम करने की चीज सिखाती है. तो जिंदगी चाहिए या ये चाहिए, that is the choosing point. So, अगर जिंदगी है तो सब चीज है. Therefore, this UHV is important. That is the importance of this UHV.
True.
That only we have learned, and we want the students to be learned like that.
Yeah.
Because anyone can study from book or from board or from teacher, but UHV jindagi sikha. That is the point. Therefore, I
Thank you.
request everyone, and it's not only for students, it's for every person, maybe
Yeah, that's for
faculty,
you.
maybe students, maybe others.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I think I'll get started. I've got an idea of the audience. I'm very happy that quite a few of you attended and appreciating the content and you saw the value in it. So though that introduction was given, so I think I'll share my personal journey of the UHV part. That was a formal introduction. So as far as I am concerned, now I am a professor in NIT Varangal, but when I was doing my PhD in IIT Kanpur, so that's where actually all this nationwide implementation of UHV, you will see whatever you are seeing now. The seeds were planted in the IIT Kanpur and some people in Kanpur, particularly Ganesh Bagadeji and all, who is one of the authors of this human values textbook. So that's where some of these works have started. And when I was a student, some of these workshops, it was not in the form of a course. At that time, I'm talking about 2006 or 7, some approximately 18 to 20 years back. So that time it was worked out in another form as a workshop, and these posters were there around the hostel and the department, and Kumar Sambhav, if you know them, and Sham, and we were all doing PhD at that time. So we attended as a PhD student. That something interesting, I got interested in it and attended. And that's when it appealed to me that, it is giving me clarity for the life, what to do, what is the right to do, what is the purpose of life. Many, many deep questions, many confusions I had, all those things got clarified. My curiosity have been quenched. And I felt that this is something I have to pursue, all my life. And, going to be a major part of it. That's what I felt. And not only as a subject, as a theory and all, but it is to live. It is live as per what you understood, and I kept on doing it. And for quite a few years, it remained as an information with me, and at an intellectual level, at a feeling level, and in terms of a transformation in me, came quite a few years later. So that actual transformation is quite a bit now in me, and that helps me to be so much in happiness for a long time, and having no problems in a relationship, and effectively work in my profession, in my personal life, and the family also. And it gives me so much of peace and contentment. I'm very thankful to the Ganesh ji for introducing this, and I think Kanpur facilitated this. And at much later stage, after I came here, and then it became now a course, and so many things are happening all over the country. And a space has been created in the mainstream academics for this kind of content to be discussed. This is essential for everyone. So what I'm going to share today is, like, if you want an example of like how, at least it teaches at least one student, that student goes and does something. I'm one such example, that we teach this, and who would have thought that having this workshop in the evenings in IIT Kanpur campus, somebody will listen at that point, will take it seriously, and later it will make such a big influence in the life, in my life. If you look at any choices I made in life, including the person I married, right? All this clarity, all this is the UHV. Even how I conduct myself now, with what clarity I go to classroom, with clarity I do research, where do I invest time, entire clarity I got from the UHV only. It is just due to those workshops and some people who guided me through the process. I'm so grateful for this. So what I'm going to share today is not much of theory. I believe even without UHV, also many people through their life experiences, and exposure to some or the other form of value education, spiritual related content, they figure out many of these things. For me, this was the process. I'm not trying to say that it is only the UHV which will provide the answers. There are answers in so many ways one can find out. Okay, Shirish, can you mute whoever is unmute? Whoever unmuted, some noise coming. Okay, so this is where I found answers. Doesn't mean this is the only place which you find answers. So what I'm going to spend more time is, as I understand this UHV content and how I implemented in various aspects of my life, and particularly in academics, with students, with colleagues at NIT Warangal. That's what I'm going to emphasize a little more. So since there are audience who have not attended the UHV, so I'll just discuss few points, what I understood, because every time we are saying UHV means universal human values. So the things I've understood from the UHV is, though we may feel that our actual target is something else, to get promotion or to get salary, to earn money, or to do this, to do something for children and all. But deeply, if you analyze, you'll understand. I mean, I have understood at least that happiness and prosperity, it's continuity. What we want is continuous happiness and prosperity. Even if you get everything, the material level or the outer level, everything, if you are not happy, that is not acceptable for us. So a feeling of happiness, feeling of prosperity, that's what all of us need. So I understood that this is the basic goal. And this is possible by evolution of the self. Evolution of the self means, internally, I'm changing, I'm learning new things, this body is changing, these are happening. But what about the cells inside of me, that personality, that attitude, right? My thoughts, my sanskar. So the real change that has to happen, which I'm referring to as evolution of the self, evolution of myself. So that I felt, I understood, recognized that is target. Like if I've done something useful in life, if I've evolved a bit before we leave the body, I feel that is what, and something worth achieving. So this clarity I got from the UHV. My purpose here is to evolve, and continuous happiness is the target. So then self means what, evolve means what, who needs, I got clarity. So that clarity, whatever the UHV provides, now that is in 4 parts. One, it helps us to understand ourselves first of all, and generally we refer to as right understanding in the UHV parlance. So I'm referring to as clarity. That the body is different and the self is different. The needs of these two are different. And then we mix up. If we don't have this clarity, we mix up. I'm feeling dull. I drink coffee and try to come back to normal mode. I'm feeling stressful. I switch on Netflix and watch and come back. What are we trying to do? Is that trying to fulfill the needs of self through the body. So if you understand it, you can directly work with the self itself and then reach to the continuous happiness level. And second one is that this is got to do with only myself and the human being. But as you work at any place or be in the family, it's all about relationship, right? The relationship between two people. So in the relationship also, though we may again think that, there are so many issues to be fixed because of these issues we are facing problem, actually we find that the issues are not really the issues. The issue is the feeling we have in that situation or with respect to the other person. These feelings, meaning the feeling of trust, respect, care, guidance, and finally love. If we are filled with these feelings towards other person, independent of what other person is, what other person did, what other person did yesterday, right? If you have a right feeling towards others, and then you're already peaceful. Your relationships are already good. Because you can do anything wrong, that is shouting, reacting, or even thinking badly about other person, that is possible only when you have a wrong feeling inside. Only when you have a wrong feeling. The way you can get cold, cough, these things. Currently, I have some cold. It's possible only when there is some virus inside, some infection inside. Similarly, our behavior outside, it will be wrong or it's not so good only when we are disturbed inside. When you say disturbed inside, either we have a conflict in thoughts, like have confusions inside, or we have some opposition feeling towards the other person. There may be very genuine reason. I'm not saying that let's say the anger you have or the resentment you have, the opposition you have is not justified, right? Let's say somebody misbehaved with you and then you're not happy with it, right? Even if it is justified, but then the moment we have a negative feeling, it is us who suffer. It is us who suffer. This negative feeling, the anger, there is a quotation. They say that anger is something we drink and expect that others die. It doesn't happen like that. The moment we have negative feeling, it is us who suffer. So this is the clarity I have got from the UHV. And I can say very, very confidently that I don't have any opposition, any complaint, nothing about anybody in the world. Right? If I have any complaint, if I have any dissatisfaction, it is just on me. I feel I'm capable of doing so much and I'm doing something, I feel I have to do more and more and more, right? At every level. That is the only thing I feel to gap. Otherwise, I don't have a single complaint on anybody. I'm complaint free, 100% complaint free. So, what others do does not bother. Even if it bothers, it's for a moment and come out of it. So this has helped me, so much. And I see people, struggling. There is a meeting in the department or the institute. I see colleagues not able to sleep and have this difference of opinion and fights, and this go on and on. Some people do not talk to each other. All this are there. So UHV helped me to, get rid of all this. And the third point is the society. So individual, the family or the colleagues, and then the society. So this society is like the way you want a happy family, we are talking about a happy society and certain order in the society. So for that only you have the different dimensions in the society. You need education, you need health, you need production, you need distribution. All these dimensions are there. 5 dimensions are there. And as a faculty members, teachers, we are in the education dimension. So we have certain role to play. So what I understood, I'm sharing what I understood. What I understood is that as a part of the job, as my duty, you are playing certain role in the society. So I am playing a role of a teacher in the society. Now I can think of myself as a mechanical engineering faculty. I can think as somebody who is trying to contribute towards the education, and I can think of my goal as a faculty is to publish, do projects, and educate the students and get their job. I can stop there itself. I can think of beyond that also. These things we can do anyway. There is no issue in it. We have to publish research, student also get job. But what about the inner transformation of the students? Now I understand, I wholeheartedly believe and work for the transformation of the students. So what can we do about to the students so that they develop the clarity what I have developed, what further clarity also, so that they can be very not only materially successful individuals, but they can be good human beings and live a happy life and contribute to the society. And similarly with the nature. So the beautiful harmony that is existing in the nature, the coexistence. So that part also, I understood that it's about not just about sustainability, it's about actually the recycle, and both recycle and enrichment also happens in the nature. If you observe the cycle in the nature. And any technology, anything that we do has to fit in this. And further beyond how the entire existence actually is arranged, what is our role. So all these dimensions I'm able to understand from the UHV. So this is where first thing I wanted to share. And further, like the profession particularly, we are all, further. So the education, like we are in the profession of, a teacher, a professor. So this is a way for us to participate in the society and contribute towards the goal. And then what is the goal? Is the goal ranking of the university? Is the goal placement? Is the goal these things? These cannot be the goals. These are part and parcel. For example, to give this talk, power is required, laptop is, these arrangements are required. But the main thing of the meeting is whether I'm able to say something meaningful, whether you are able to get it. Right? Similarly, in education, so these things will happen. All of us have to get salary, all of us need money, students also get job, they also have to need money. But all this is for survival. Beyond the survival, what is the goal of the education institute? I mean, this is the goal, that at the level of the self, everybody is in happiness, the level of the body, the health is the goal, at the level of relationship, mutual happiness is the goal, at the nature, mutual prosperity, and with the nature coexistence. So when I understand this is the goal, accordingly will work. See, I'm in Warangal, if I have to be clear that I have to go in Hyderabad, I know which direction I have to go, at what rate I have to go. So once this goal is clear, we will work towards it. Whereas if this is not the goal, and then we see a mere simple outcomes like a placement or the marks or these things as a goal, that can be a goal, but I'm trying that's a small goal. And beyond that, we can achieve that and plus more than that also. So this kind of clarity is required as a faculty, as an individual, as a department, as the university also. We do write these things in the form of mission statements and vision statements, but then do we really understand it? Do we really follow it by heart, right? By writing on the walls is not going to make so much difference. An entire education institute is there for transformation, both in the level of skill also, the level of values also. And focusing more on skills, focusing less on values is a common thing. And it doesn't happen just like that also. As we have more and more individuals with clarity, then only we'll be able to appreciate that apart from the skills, these values are also important. It's not to blame the current system, it's not to blame the current individuals. It is expected that unless you have this clarity, how will you find out? Because survival is very obvious. Everybody knows that money is required, everybody knows food is required. But by the time people realize that the knowledge is required, the values are required, that will be too late. Meanwhile, whoever understands this, they have the more responsibility and live accordingly. So whether it is curriculum, whether it is infrastructure, people, students, all of us are here to facilitate this transformation. If a student comes in 4 years is going out, by that time, what level of transformation happened. So that is the thing we need to aim for. So first of all, even this vision, this purpose of the education institution, purpose of the education, whether all we agree or not, that is itself is a big question. Right? Whether do you have this clarity? Because if you don't even have this clarity, like I don't even know that I have to go from Warangal to Hyderabad, but keep on walking here, there, and all. We never know where are we going. We never know when we'll reach also. So this building this consensus, developing this clarity on the goal at least is very, very important. We generally, these things in organization expressed as mission and vision, but these are shown only for some statutory bodies. We recently, in my wholeheartedly believe that this is the mission of my life. This is the vision of our institute. Right? Once we accept it, we do it. As of now, we have some vision, some mission anyway that we are not expressing. I may be having a vision of I have to become as much rich as possible. And we work for it. We think about it. I look for an opportunities which will give me more money and all. So whatever vision, whatever target I feel, I work for it. As of now, also I'm working. Right? So this collective or shared vision is important. We'll talk about, right? So that is our purpose as a teacher. So, and further, it may be a little hard on some faculty, because I see that the current status of most universities, the colleges is not so good, and faculty themselves are overloaded, suffering from insecurity, and multiple regulatory agencies, whether it is NAC, NBA, NRF, university, this and that, so many things. All these issues are there in the current education system. And sometimes even the bare minimum thing of job security, even your salary, I see that even those also are the problems. In such situations, it's very, very hard for any faculty to do a meaningful contribution to the faculty. It's very difficult. But then at least, let's say you are in a comfortable situation. For example, I'm in a very comfortable situation in the institute. We don't have any such issues. Little bit here and there will be there, but it's not much. So I can see in a lot of scope that I can do. Similarly, if you are in a little more comfortable situation with respect to your environment, I see a very, very big role of the teacher, right? The teacher is to cover the syllabus or you uncover the life. If the teacher is there for to give information or you work for transformation. I'm here to give the lecture or guidance to the students, or I can do both lecture and guidance. Are we here to impose or inspire? Like we impose certain rules or inspire. So are we ready to develop a relationship with the student so that they are so free, so approachable? Just now, Vishnu Gaurav was sharing how students have become so friendly and they come to us, they discuss with us. Or are we behaving like an authority that I am the boss here, right? So finally, it's about if we successfully do this part, you will see that students look at you as a guide, as a mentor, for life. That's what Vishnuji was saying. In general, it's possible to do this, right? As of now, it may sound very, very difficult. As I said, some hostile environment in the college or you yourself are bogged down with so many issues. Still, I would say that it's possible. It's possible, but provided first you work on yourself first, come to a stable situation, then I'll be able to help others. In the aeroplane, they say, first put your oxygen mask first and then help your child. So if you're already in a good position, both externally and internally, you're good to go and help others. If you yourself feel that you often get disturbed or your outside situation is unstable, then work on it. And then once you're stable, you'll be able to help others also. But I would also like to say that the environment, whatever is the prevailing environment, it is purely function of the individuals involved in the environment. Right? You go to a class, the behavior of the teacher decides how the class will be. Right? So the way air quality, they say, right? Air quality decides how the health and stuff like this. The behavior quality, they say AQI, air quality index. Similarly, BQI, behavior quality index, decides what kind of environment we create. Right? So all of us with much peaceful thoughts, contented, and thinking for well-being of the students. All of us, four of us, let us sit at one place. The dynamics, the way we talk, the way the body language, completely it will be different. But let's say all of us frustrated with your head, with your principal, or with your VC, or with your chief minister, whatever. And imagine what kind of conversations that happen. So it may look problems are outside, but then the moment there is a change in inside of the people, and then a lot of things outside also change. So that's what I have understood through UHV and try to practice. So here, what I'll do is that I'll try to just explain some of the things as I understood the this UHV and try to do a few things in the alternative angle. So that part I'll try to give this here glance. So first part, what I felt is that once I understand this, understood this UHV, see, all of us prepare for the lecture anyway, or you have taught this course and then everything is there, even not even prepared. So we master the content that to be delivered. So that is preparation. You dress neatly, you go with a chalk, or you have the PPT, you're going to the class. This outside preparation and the content of that preparation is there. But I'm now asking, is there an inside preparation? Like I'm going to a class with a feeling that these are my students. You have a feeling that I have to guide these students, inspire these students. Right? How can I make certain impact on these students? So is that feeling is there in me before I go to the class? In fact, it's required continuously as we are, in this profession. So this kind of thing, usually we may miss it. For example, your own children, you have a feeling that I have to take care of them. As you leave the college, go to the home, and on the way you think that I have to take vegetables, I have to take chocolate for them, I have to do this or this, because there is a feeling. The moment you have the feeling, you feel like doing something for them. That is what is called care and guidance. If you don't have that feeling, let's say somebody is sitting dull in a first bench, you won't even care about it. Let's say some student is there absent for 3 days. You don't worry. My job is to take attendance, come out at the end of the semester. Shortage is there. I'll report. Why should I bother? That will be the kind of thing. And nobody expects also, because more and more faculty, more and more education institutes are not caring about this. If at all they care about the discipline and they care about the placement. So the moment we start with the feeling of relationship with the student, entire dynamics of the class will change. The environment is much more lighter. They wait for you that will come, the way your children wait for you, that my mother is coming, father is coming. So that kind of change you will see. And then whatever you say, they will be the way the children don't want to hurt parents. So similarly, that kind of respect you will see. And whatever you say, it will carry certain weightage. The cheating may start. So many things. And teaching also will happen much more effectively. You'll be able to observe who is getting it, who is not getting it, and raise the bar. So in my teaching, the standard is quite high. I push them, I take more exams, I take more grade. Then people are not scared. I tell them why it is required, why it is not required. Every time I create new questions and give it, and they do well. So that it helped me in effective teaching. And so many students come after the course also. One indicator that you are approachable or not, are the students coming to you after the class or beyond the the lecture hours, or they don't feel like coming to you either for the personal discussion or a course related discussion or doing some project and these things. So every day, if few students are visiting you, then something is going fine. If none of them is, see, how is that possible that on campus several thousand students are there and at least 100 or 200 students you have first hand interacted, but none of them come. Right? You can't complain on the students, you see. You can't complain on the student. Right? So because we operate quite mechanically. For example, if there are, let's say 2 children are at home and children are continuously talking to, if anything is that they're going to mother, they go to father, that immediately indicates. Okay, that immediately indicates they're not comfortable with the father. It's the same thing in the college, right? You can't complain on children. Children have questions. They have curiosity. They want answers. It's just that they don't see that, we are willing to, help them. That kind of confidence is not built in. So that is the basic one impact. And the second one I suggest is that when this was introduced, I think in 2019 or 20, this entire student induction program was designed and implemented. Professor Rajiv Sangal, who was the director of Shuddha Hyderabad at the time, and I know him closely. So as an NIT Warangal, like neither ACT or UGC cannot force us because we don't come under them. We are an independent institute, autonomous. So they can't force it. But then taking clue from it, we took an initiative. At that time, we had one dean, Professor LRG Reddy. So with his help, some of us came together and formed a team and implemented this induction program in a true spirit. I see that, many places, this induction program or everything is done without the soul of the program. The soul of the induction program is the human values. But to do human values thing effectively, you need people. That means you need good number of faculty who have gone through this UHV and actually appreciate. See, everybody gone through need not appeal to everyone. UHV need not appeal to everyone. And everyone may not like it also. Everyone may not understand it also. Just merely attending is not a sufficient thing, though it's necessary. So college has to put quite a bit of effort to have enough faculty who can handle this. And we have done that. So what we have done is we have conducted a FDP much before, 3 months before this induction program on values, and quite a few faculty, about 50 to 60 faculty. We had our own UHV program, not a ACT one. We had some resource persons coming to NIT Warangal. So one full week, 8 days of program we had in summers where classwork is not there. And out of those 50, 60, about 15 faculty have come forward voluntarily. So we wanted to make it very clear that no benefits, no certificates, no rewards are there to teach this. Out of sheer responsibility as a concern for students, you do it. So that program, I've played a key role in the program along with some of my colleagues, and I really enjoyed that. And then we did it in a really amazing way. I believe one of the best in the country, that kind of program we have done, and the feedback was also amazing. So that we kept on doing for 4 years. So after that, there are some changes and then some changes in the program, but I can tell you that was quite impactful. One thing that I have done, and then further to have it happen every year, this induction program, what we used to do is we used to have our own FDPs for our own faculty on campus every single year, second year, third year, fourth year, like that. So that made sure that the faculty who have already taught UHV, they can attend again. And every year, some more faculty used to join. So that way, I think the approximate figure will be around 80 to 100 faculty have attended this program. And some of them teach, some of them appreciate it and don't want to teach. And that is also fine. And in between, we also took some initiative. So this is actually, you see this, even if they don't teach it, but then you have quite a few of them in the institute who understand this, who appreciate this. And then there is some transformation even in them also. And this actually led to a lot of good relationships among the faculty. The relationship across the departments within the entire university or in the entire college, across departments also are not so deep. You just know hi, bye, these things. But once you come to this program, stay together for a certain 1 week, and then certain friendships develop. Now anything, in the college, you have to get done so many things, right? And you can always find this information. You work with them. The moment you call these people whom you have interacted with the UHV, the response is completely different. As a colleague, you'll say very formally, but these people, not formally, but as a really heartful conversations and heartful things, exchanges will happen. And following this, administration observed that this is something good going on. So they themselves have asked us that you guys are doing this for faculty, and I can see that it is helping. So can you do this for a non-teaching staff? So the permanent ones, we have about 200 plus. So what we have done is that we have divided them into 3 batches and did this UHV for entire non-teaching staff also, academics, technical, non-technical, hostel, everybody. So, and actually that led to a lot of different dynamics. Actually, facilitating them was also not easy because there is a diverse education level in them. There is somebody who did only 7th standard, 10th standard, those only Telugu, and also still we did it. And that led to, at one go, like I know everybody in the college and they know me. right? It has again developed, much better relationship with the entire institute. And when we go to them for anything, the completely the response is different. So that also, I would say, created a quite a bit of impact. And then further, we also felt that if we want sustainability of this thing, see, quite a few, just now also you have heard some directors, and also these people will have a lot of responsibility. Their senior people have a lot of responsibility. We cannot expect the people to spend so much time on actual execution of these things and all. But then the blessings and the support of all the senior people is required. So for that, they will have to be convinced, or they need to have conviction that yes, this is good, let us do it. So this we wanted to do it. But the moment you do this, let's say you want to do senior faculty or the deans and these people for affinity Warangal, in Warangal, it will never happen. They will get so many phone calls. They'll get some files to the room and get signed it, and this parallel processing will happen. So again, we did some out of the way, that we took all the senior people in a bus to Hyderabad, one place. And then we stayed there for 3 years and debated, what should we do in a native Warangal, right? Why should we do this? What is the way to do it? So that brainstorming and the UHV based thing. So Professor Sangal came, and we had Professor Pradeep from Anantapur, Hyderabad. So I was there. So we did that. So that led to build a big consensus among the most people and the NIT faculty that it is good. And further, in my role as in administrative also, when I was associate dean for academics, particularly in the COVID times, we did a curriculum division. We did so many modalities have to be different in the COVID time. We had to work with the staff. Staff was stressed. People were getting COVID. During all these times, I was able to handle it along with the dean and all. So these things very well, and particularly these roles. Any admin role, little higher, middle level and higher level, you take admin roles, you'll have to deal with people. And remember that in the entire university, everybody is stressed, everybody is overloaded, everybody is understaffed, everybody has more than they can do. So what we do is that instead of empathizing with them, we may complain that this particular HOD is not in, that particular HOD is not in. Every day in and day out, I have to deal 13 HODs, right? They themselves are already in so much trouble. So this UHV helped me to understand, what they are, and then do it. What happens that you call somebody, they don't pick call, they don't call back. And that itself is a good enough reason for you to get worried. What is that you call one more time? You call 4 times, what is the big deal, right? But we don't. So we feel ego, we put this, why it doesn't even have this much sense to call. If somebody is particularly junior, is not calling, then you will feel all these issues and these things will come. So once you have this clarity, these things will be able to handle it so well. And even in that role also, I could do things very comfortably. Like that, many initiatives are taken at the in the college, and so many things have happened. Right? And one more thing I'll share, and this is the latest one. So for the last 4 years, see, one model that most colleges and the government is ACT and others suggesting that have this course, UHV course, and implement it in the first as a UHV1, that is induction program, and then doing the semester course and maybe some electives and such. That is one thing. So what we are doing under this direction is we are giving the information, and we are also asking them to explore and understand this. That is one aspect. But essentially, this guy is going to become a professional, whether it is engineer or a manager or a scientist, whatever. So what about the understanding the UHV finally has to translate him into becoming a good engineer? The way I have to become the teacher, now I'm trying to become the good teacher. With UHV, understood doesn't mean I teach UHV. Again, another guy becomes a UHV facilitator, he teaches UHV. It's about, if I'm a farmer, if I'm a UHV, I become a better farmer. I produce much healthier things. I contribute positively to the society, to the nature. I do my farming better. If I'm an engineer, I have to become a better engineer. Now, in the light of UHV, so I felt like this. Okay, will it be only UHV course or something else we do in mechanical engineering and the engineering as well? So I had this concern that students are not interested in studies. They come in first year with some excitement engineering, but then what is taught in first year is all basic sciences courses. It's not at all inspiring. Sometimes these courses are much less standard than what they have studied in the 11th and 12th, because most students study in 11th and 12th for JEE mains and MSET, and the standard is high compared to this physics, chemistry thing. And all no engineering faculty goes to them in the first year. So it's boring. And second year, some courses start, but everything is theory. Whatever lab it is done, it is already lab is very routine, right? What to done, what is expected is already fixed. It is not really an experiment. It is just a procedure. So all these questions I had, and how do we make engineering more interesting? How do we make engineers feel responsible that, you know, the way I am feeling a responsibility that I am playing certain role in the society, I have to do it well. I have to make some impact. How do I make my student feel that I am playing a role in the society? That doesn't mean I have to sacrifice. I can get good package, good salary, but then understand that I'm playing a role and play that bit. So this led to this course called Design Thinking and Product Design, Product Development. So me, along with few colleagues, one colleague Karthik and Dr. Gaurav, quite a few colleagues were there. So all of us in 2021 curriculum region, we developed a course on our own. It's completely 2 courses were developed, and that too we thought we'll make this in the first year itself. So there is the standard template in, I think, most colleges in all over India, that first year has to be common among them. So in 2021, in NIT run, we have broken that mold. This is like a glass ceiling we have broken. That first year is not going to be common. Every BTech program will have its own first year curriculum, whatever it feels. Somebody don't want to have chemistry, it's fine. Somebody doesn't have workshop, it is fine. Complete freedom is given to the department. So taking clue on that, we have revamped curriculum, you know, quite a bit and introduced this course called Design Thinking and Product Development. The vision behind this course was instill certain enthusiasm in the students and train them to develop products for the society, and then get what is engineering, not by learning, me explaining them, but make them feel that, oh, this is engineering. This is what it takes to design and develop and completely build a physical product that fulfills somebody's need. So this journey, this entire journey of what is the society, what are the needs, what those needs, which needs I can fulfill as engineer to fulfill that need. Somebody wants to travel faster, then a vehicle is required. Somebody wants to sit comfortably, a chair is required. So what product I have to develop, and in that product, how do I develop? This entire course we have designed. So this course is extremely unconventional. There are no exams, there are no books, there are no lectures. So it's all group activities and completely hands-on things. So it took some time for us to develop consensus, even this kind of things also, because many people will say this won't work. How do you grade and what do you do? What will happen to students? Will become casual and all this. Obviously, concerns will be there. But then thanks to, see, in whichever organization you work, people know about you already. There is certain reputation based on how you have worked, what you have worked, whatever you work do, you know, with respect to some people, you know that they do for money. With some people, you know that they do for name. With some people, you know that, you know, they do for satisfaction. So if you earn certain reputation in the institute, your proposals will be, you know, much more welcome. So that kind of course we have designed, and this part 1 is design thinking, part 2 is product development. So these 2 courses were implemented in the first semester and the second semester. By the end of the second semester, a complete product is functioning physical prototype is developed. This 5-step process of empathy, formulate, define, prototype, and test. So this process of design thinking, product development you follow and put the prototype. There are no exams. The final building the final product are the exams. In between, review is there, presentations is there, reports are there, so many things are there. So with a real consent of the student, we have started, and it's an example of how, without expecting, you know, much results, tangible outcomes, you start. But to our surprise, this led to quite a few innovative products, and these were organically. We felt like, you know, these are so innovative products, these are useful things, and we have filed quite a few patents. I think by this time we have filed about 15 patents from the first year BTech courses, and these have helped the students, you know, so much. Like those students who did the first time in 21, they are now in the final year, and it helped them even the placements. And also some of this, ideally we would like it to become, we would like them to become even entrepreneurs, contribute positively to the society. And looking at our experience, we don't have to even convince somebody with this experience. In 2024, the last year again, one more time we have revised the curriculum. We revise it every 4 years, but this time we revise it 3 years. And this now is included for the entire institute. That means all the engineering departments, this is introduced. So this is one thing that I've done personally along with my colleagues, and that's a immense satisfaction. And to this also, I give a lot of credit to the understanding I have developed, the passion I have developed through the UHV, and how it can be, translate into doing even the curriculum level interventions also. If you look at even the Bloom's taxonomy at this level also, this comes at the level of in terms of the domain, like most theory courses come to cognitive domain. So there is a psychomotor domain, there is an affective domain. Affective domain, you don't have courses addressing in fact most curriculums. But this kind of courses, if executed well, addresses to the affective domain component. And then even in the cognitive domain component also, it addresses to the level of create, L6 level, which is not so common in most courses. So that's way in terms of graduate attributes, outcome-based education also, I felt it works out well. Okay. So these are some experiences I wanted to share. So I don't know whether it made any sense. I'll stop now. I'll take questions and open it for interactions. Yeah.
Sir, again, Vishnu here, sir.
Yeah, hello, Vishnu, please.
Yeah. Sir, just wanted to, maybe it is an hypothetical question, but just asking to get a little bit of clarity. Like you have expressed like how good you did because of UHV, these patents, this, that, and all. It was very effectively you have did that. But do you see current scenario, what the education system is, how the colleges are being? Do you think even now is it possible, sir? Like, I don't say it is impossible, but I don't know how to put it. Like, see, from 4 or 5 years, I'm trying here to do some kind of things which I'm not able to. I'm trying my best in that. I'm putting my best in that, but still, somewhere I don't see that that is happening, sir. So what do you say? What do you say
No,
on
that is what actually the beginning, that's what I said. The current scenario is not definitely, not only your college, in any college, it's not favorable. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
Okay. Even in that situation also, there are things which are completely in our control. For example, what you do, your activities as a faculty is largely thanks to academic setup. Mostly we are autonomous, right? How do you teach? How do you talk to students? Which subject you teach in that subject? How do you prepare? Quite a few things we are on our own. Fortunately, nobody is coming and standing in the classroom to see us. The most important thing is between you and students, isn't it?
Yes.
There are few things that is to be done outside. Let's say this design thinking course, whether we do it or not, that is not most important thing. If I am able to help the student, draw their attention to a certain important aspect of their life, I feel that is the most important thing, isn't it? So,
Absolutely.
So for what I felt that the design thinking course gave an opportunity for me to talk to them. Right, that is the main thing. Right, in an official setting where everybody gets an opportunity. So the course is in a way a setting for us to have a conversation.
Yes.
Right. So the only problem I felt it comes is that when you want to do something get done by rules, regulations, let us say there is a course, you want to make it mandatory, then there will be resistance, right? But then you will always see in a college where it's already made mandatory, whether it has an impact or not, that is also a question. So I would say that let us focus on the things which are now in our control, and it will have a significant impact. The impact also, Vishnu, is like sometimes we may feel that impacting 100,000, 10,000 students and having this part of the system is a very big impact. Right?
Correct, sir. Correct.
But then before us, so many people have done. See, those who are concerned with the environment, that environment subject is introduced in all school syllabus, engineering syllabus, degree syllabus. Yes,
Correct,
sir.
sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Is UHV the only one that is getting implemented nationwide? so many other courses, people thought, miracles will happen if you implement nationwide, right? Already implemented gender sensitive, they have implemented, basic sciences implemented, basic sciences forced on the engineering students. Nobody goes to basic sciences anyway.
Right, sir. Right.
So we'll have to come out of this and really think. And as a faculty, and you yourself by this time, I'm sure you must have experienced 4 or 5 times you have taught. So if you're
The
able to get this
students, I don't
opportunity,
have any problems, sir. Like, students are very much eager. I mean, they know me, they will come to me.
sir,
And
college is there for students. What else? What else you want to do?
for the staff, sir, for my colleagues, for the management, actually, their approach, I see something, it is not up to the mark. Many times I put it forth in front of them, but I don't see much changes
So
in.
yeah, so what I would suggest, what I would suggest is this. First of all, we ourselves have to be little practical that
Right.
it cannot happen overnight, right?
Yeah, true, sir.
It
100%.
will take a long time, and it may
Yeah.
not be possible within our capacity also,
Correct, sir.
right? So what
Yes.
is possible is that, see, as a faculty member, you have good relationship with at least 3, 4, 5 people, right?
Right, sir.
I think we can focus more our energy more on it first of all, and when a critical mass of group of people are there, then we'll be able to do little more. For example, as the example I discussed with you, we were able to execute this design thinking product design course because I have a few more colleagues along with me. As a team, we have done it. Same thing with
Correct.
the UHV also. There are some well-meaning people. You will always have in any college, worst of the worst college also, there will be some group of people, who think well. So I think we can focus on them first and do it and give ourselves something like, let's say, 3 years, 4 years, and then have some FTPR, such kind of programs in, let's say, 4th, 5th year, and then slowly, take it to it. We have to take a timeline of 10 years or more than that, probably. If some really worse things are not happening in the college, in a normal situations, it takes time. Because
Right.
what we're working is not a small thing, sir. It's a civilizational change we're talking about. So these are very, very big things. They take a lot of time and patience.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That is there.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. So see, once there are faculty or the people who can facilitate these programs, apart from the uh, regular semester courses, if open to all workshops can be held, right, or open to all small sessions like half day or 1 day, sessions can be conducted that are open to all in an informal way, not so formal way, which a student can participate, staff can participate, anybody can participate if enough publicity is done, personally pursued. That kind of thing will help a lot. That is little voluntarism working like an NGO and all. What we know is, formally getting approvals and publicizing and doing this. So such kind of events are not taken so seriously by many people. Let's say I'm working at a college, and then we just invite people, personally, some email or some WhatsApp message can be sent. We are going to discuss, let's say, on relationships or work-life balance or parenting. Right? So many people will be interested. So many, I mean, even 5 to 10 is, more than enough. So such discussions, if happen, let us say, on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, then we are already breaking certain barriers that for 10 people to come together and discuss on something, we don't need big setup, we don't need approvals. That itself is a big barrier. We need a simple permission that we are going to sit at this place. So when your permission may be required, and these things can go on. The seemingly simple activity will have quite a bit of impact if somebody wants to try. And slowly these 5 people will join, they'll discuss something, and this discussion will go to their home, it will go to their friends, and somebody new will come. And if you consistently do such activities, it's going to have a very good impact. So, I'll be happy to know the views of the participants. Did I make any sense? Did it sound any relevant, or do you have any feedback or any questions on it? I'll take. Yeah, please don't hesitate. It's not that, I'm trying to preach something. I was also doubtful whether to share this many details. It sounds as if I'm boasting about myself also.
No,
But,
sir. Actually,
yeah,
even I was trying to conduct FDPs on UHV here. One I did in 2019. Rajul Asthana sir was here for a 3-day workshop that was sponsored by ICT, and being a government university, we do have a concern about the funds also. But that we got our funding from ICT, and Kalikiri also we did one program. But our management, like our vice chancellor, registrar, they're very much positive in conducting the programs. But getting 3 days from the faculty here is very difficult task.
Yes.
Anantapur.
Yeah.
So 3 days, all of them have to sit and do it. It will be wonderful. This in private institutions, we have been doing the self-funded FDPs, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they are starting. So the principal, he gives the compensatory leave for whatever Saturday and Sunday they are here. So that quite many we are able to do. Now in this college, I was thinking, many are there, like we do participate in this UHV activities also. We have some translation work going on, and our Professor Sesha Maheshwarama is helping. I'm coordinating these FDPs and some UHV content meetings, all that. But doing this for 3 days, I've been asking many people, like, we will sit for 3 days and deliberate this introductory UHV.
Yeah.
Of course, many of them have done online. So then finally I thought, okay, now that I have an opportunity as a director of Faculty Development Center, let me share the content like what you said. Even though this number is small, let me conduct these small sessions on UHV. So that at least let me start, I thought. So started.
Yeah, very good.
So
Very
somehow.
good. So this problem we worked out. So what we decided is that we took some approvals and we had to take our colleagues to some other place. So we talked to one college, this Vishnu group of colleges. They have a very nice training center near Chilkuru in Hyderabad. They have a very good facility. So we have talked to the Vishnu, the founder of the college, and we took permission. And we took the senior faculty with their families, their wives, come also. We paid for all, right? We took one bus, I think 2 buses, and we went there, stayed there 3 days, and came back. We cannot have this program for our own colleagues at our place. It's not going to work out.
Yes.
So that way we kept the cost also low, because it's some friendly engineering college only. In fact, they said that we will not charge you, only food expenses they have taken. And UHV facilitators do not take money anyway. It was only transportation cost. So we worked out like that. Then we were able to hold them for 3 days. And fortunately, at that place, there was no phone signal also.
Yeah.
So
that time it worked out. Maybe now we are very less in number, the regular faculty and all that. Let us see the ways of doing it. We'll try.
But that's fine, ma'am. We think we should do this, we do this. After doing that also, not miracles can happen. Things will happen at its own pace.
Yes. Okay. So any other interaction from the faculty members, please?
Just wanted to say thank you to also ma'am Prashanti ma'am. You are sincere in this UHV, and always you will be the first person to take
Vishnu,
this webinar.
one minute, Vishnu, are you the same person who attended Kalikari FDP?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So nice of you. So you're continuing your exploration.
Yeah,
Very
ma'am, I'm
nice.
doing that. So thank you again, ma'am. Like the initiative which you have taken, maybe as you said, small count, it's fine, ma'am. But still, one day we can achieve what we meant for.
And
Thank
one question for you, sir. How are you able to make the administration agree for all these activities in your institution, because we need the support of the topmost people to at least initially a little bit of pressure. You know, it is voluntarily only, but to make them sit and uh, first of all listen to the content, that is a big issue. So once they sit, like we have our many of the faculty, like Professor our mathematics professor Keshava Reddy sir, and even Padma Suvarna ma'am, they joined this UHV programs and they've completed the AICT workshop. I was very happy when Keshava Reddy sir said, Hindi, I will just jump into that, and I enthusiastically participated in that program. So the type of zeal, how you are able to create in the faculty members.
No, first of all, I think I gave a wrong impression. We don't have many mandatory things going on. This course is there, which is option for the students. That is one. And your question of whether how we got this took it to some faculty. So in 21, the administration was supportive, and then we did FDPs that we did continuously for I think 3 or 4 years. But after that, there are some changes, and then we have not done after that. So it's possible that in some places it is very difficult. Some places it's possible to do it. So after that, we didn't continue. Now even the induction program is also not in the form what we started. It is there. It's not there. So quite a few faculty at that time kept on attending. But during that time, how we did it, I'll tell you. So the way you are taking the initiative, I mean, you are standing for it, you are coordinating consistently, patiently doing again and again. So like that only we have done. And personally, we have pursued the people that we request that you come for day one, like that at a personal level, some 3-4 of us. Let's say we call and personally ask at least 30-40 people. Some about 10 people, 20 people have come. A little bit of official things also we have done, because once we say that this has to be conducted by the faculty, and we need at least 2 faculty, 3 faculty from the department. So we talk to HODs. And at that time, one dean was there who was also interested in like this. So he talked to HODs and asked them to send at least 2 people, 3 people. Like that, people have come. And on the day one, at least 20-30 people listen, and the content makes sense. They brought some more people. So in the first version, I mean, Native Warangal is fortunate to have many good faculty. First of all, I mean, many of them by choice, excellent people, world class. They're not here not because they don't get other jobs. They're very talented, top of the world. They're here by the choice, and they want to do something good. When they see that some opportunity is there, and the people who are doing are genuine, quite a few people are actually came. And to sustain it going on every year, we kept doing the FDPs again. So it reinforces the people, reinforces the content for the people who came, and it also allowed new people to come in. And once we have done for top management also, so that it is good. And again, since the changes were good, the administration themselves asked us to do it for the non-teaching staff. So 4 years we have done. So after that, we have not done. There are different deans comes. Administration changes. So these were not possible later. So these issues are there now. So that's why. But I'm not. We don't have to bother so much about taking it to everybody like they say. Baptism, right? We want to convert everybody to this at all. So that much of desperation also is not there. Things will happen its own time. We keep doing, what you're doing in the current circumstances. Ultimately, I feel doing it. See, what is fully in our control is myself only, 100% control fully. Right after me, we don't have control on anybody. And with students, quite a bit of things we can do. The most important aspect is what we do to the students. Sometimes we may feel, ma'am, having it is in the curriculum, taking it to all faculty is the most, we may feel that is the most important thing. But I feel most important thing is me understanding it deeply and working with the students more and more. That itself, if good thing is there in me, the change is there in me, that will create such an impact. If good things are happening with the students, that itself will spread. And it's a slow process. Let it take 20 years. I have no hurry. So that's what I felt, ma'am. Instead of making mandatory, also has its own negative effects. Right, all of you know, you have been into this, quite a few years. And I also seen where colleges management itself, when management itself is positive about it, because he's the boss, he will force everybody. Though he say optional, but the boss says it's optional, it is compulsory only. Everybody attended. There are colleges where everybody attended. Do you think that college got enlightened? You think that college some miracles have happened? Doesn't happen, right? So what I felt really impactful thing is to myself, how much I understood, how genuinely there is some transformation in me. That itself, first of all, I evolve, and then how much we are able to help the students in within. I'm doing my courses, I'm guiding PhD students, I'm guiding master students, how much impact I'm able to make there. Even if you are able to make impact in 5-10 students, before that is more than enough for me.
Actually, the colleges, as I said, even I have seen, they have made the faculty members to sit. Maybe, as you said, how much they are evolved, the institution is evolved, but definitely almost all of them appreciate, once they go through the course, almost all of them appreciate, at least I'm happy that they know the contents of this UHV, they are introduced to the UHV. Earlier, what used to happen in many of the institutions is that when it is not made mandatory, UHV content is it is just like any simple subject where most of the faculty doesn't even deliberate the content. They just say, okay, this is UHV, you read yourself. That is what I used to see. But now a little bit of change is there. Because we are able to make them sit and listen to the content. Now they know what is in it and how important it is. So some transformation has happened by little pressure.
Definitely, ma'am. I think I didn't put it properly. So I'm not saying that having mandatory will not help. I'm also saying that it doesn't guarantee, something will happen, because there are institutions where it is made mandatory for 10 years, 20 years, but now there is no name of UHV in that institutions.
Yes.
Okay, once that boss changes. So
Yes.
things happening because of the boss, because of the power, will end with boss. So things happening because of the internal drive, some faculty standing for it, some students actually owning up it, and then that thing will last forever, whatever that parampara they call it. I just give this example. If somebody forces you to celebrate certain day as, National Integration Day, you stand up all 10 minutes, you do this, how much you are actually wholeheartedly doing it? It may look as if everybody is doing. Is it heartfully done? Nothing. But is there a rule that everybody has to celebrate Diwali and Dasara and this thing? But can you stop people who even from celebrating? We celebrate wholeheartedly. That is what becoming part of the culture means. Now people own it. No rule is required. Right? But that will evolve. Any culture, any civilization thing will evolve over hundreds of years. Before that, we try to push it. Before it, we try to things. We have to lie, we have to manage, we have to do so many things. We have to push something. We let it grow in an organic form, right? So, and meanwhile, work on ourselves, really in the zone where I have influence. See, I have zone of influence is this much, my zone of concern is this much. I want entire college to understand, entire Warangal to understand, entire state to understand, but my influence is this much. As I go beyond my zone of influence, I become weak. I focus more and more on zone of influence. There's a more and more impact. As I become more person with a lot of clarity, some more responsibility, then I can make, more impact. That's what I understood. And some of these are personal choices also. Where do you want to put your energy in? Shirisha Garu is asking, research, how start, how publish, I didn't know, please help me. Okay.
I think this is out of context, but still, Sirish,
out of the context. Yeah.
You can call us. We will help you definitely.
Yeah.
You have our numbers. This is something related to R&D, or you can approach your head of the department.
Shirisha, what I would suggest is that don't focus on the published thing. First of all, research is about solving certain problems. Identify a proper problem, work on it, make progress. When you write up the solution and something novelty is there, that is what is the publication.
హలో ట్రైలర్ దగ్గర ఉన్నాను 300 కాదు 400 నన్ను అడుగుకుంటే ఒకసారి మేడం ఫోన్ చేయాలి
లేదు ఎందుకు 400 బ్లౌ
యా ఓకే
100 ఎందుకు
థ్యాంక్ యూ No, you don't need PhD to do the research, right? You don't need PhD. My MTech student, BTech students, I have publication with BTech students, MTech students, right? So don't have to have a PhD to start working in some problem. If you're confused, I think it's good that you take somebody's guidance who is in your field, and they'll be able to suggest you which problem you can work on. Some skills you'll have to train yourself and work on the problem. Once you have the result, then that goes to the publication. Thank you. So any other wants to share? I think dear Professor Shesha ma'am was trying to say something. Would you like to add something? You are also professor in JNTU, Anantapur?
Yes, sir. But working at Puluvendra.
Okay, Puluvendra. Okay.
Yes, sir. As a vice principal.
Okay, so nice. Lot of responsibilities. With that also you attended this. Great.
Sir, I am the regularly UHV manual we are translating, completed Telugu,
Okay.
Telugu regional language.
Okay. What about the book, ma'am? Book also you translated?
Many books I translated, sir, as per AICTE, but UHV book, UHV teacher manual we translated. Sir.
What about the UHV textbook?
UHV teacher manuals.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm asking textbook. Textbook also, is that translated?
It is initiating, sir.
Okay.
Textbook
Yeah.
also it is starting. First, as per the AICTE and then UHV team instructions, first we completed the task to translate the teacher manual, UHV teacher.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
the content, the textbook is same only, sir. Whatever you said, no, Ganesh ji, Rajul Asthana, that book, the same book only is given to us.
Yeah.
But when we started that, again, Rajul sir asked us to first do the teacher manual.
Okay.
So they have given that book, the whatever content that is to be translated, that is provided by NCCIP only.
That's very good. It's going to be a very big contribution.
Yeah,
Very
but
good.
but still we need to get it verified by some Telugu.
Yeah, that's why. So you
our
asked me,
language.
I said I also cannot comment on it. So you asked me. It's
That's
very
why
difficult.
we told we'll have a final sitting before we really pass it on, because our language is different and the textbook language, the publication language is different. So we said we will get it examined once before we make it final. So it has not yet come to me. That is what I have told them.
Yeah. But one simple verification I would suggest is that get it read by 10 students. Simple. Finally, they are the ones who have expert may like it or not like it. Finally, students have to like it.
Yeah, actually, one expert is at Puluvendala and one is at Madanpalli. Many are at Hyderabad. Like there are various places, and I am at Anantapur, so it's going on like that. So we have to see.
You are from which department, ma'am? Sheshan?
Chemistry. Chemistry.
Oh, but then you are expert in translation.
Translation
Hello,
as per
Andy?
AICTE also regional languages
Hello?
translation all the hello sir.
Oh, you have done translations. I mean,
Chemistry books, environmental
300
science,
rupees
material
paid the phone pay.
engineering.
oh, great. Oh,
Presently, I'm working e-governance, and then I'm the coordinator to the AICTE coordinator for the regional language translation for Telugu. Sir.
okay. That's great.
Our university, I mean, first initially Prashanti ma'am started. It continuing.
So I was the first coordinator. Now she is my successor.
Okay.
In doing that first year translation, we started, sir, putting all that.
Okay.
Then again, now she's taking care of that. She's currently the vice principal of Pulivendra Engineering College also.
Great.
Yeah. And any other sharings now?
Yeah, anyone wants to speak or any question?
So you want to, how we can impact by understanding this UHV? And students also nowadays, how can you give me some examples, sir, like how you were able to impact students? Of course, this research side, design thinking and product development, it is fine. But how are you like today they have many diversions like the internet and YouTube. How are you making them to concentrate on academics? Any effort towards that
I
side?
think so. This course, this particularly, actually, this course we developed with the kind of questions we had. We also had. See, why are they doing what they're doing? Right? They don't find the many of these courses to be interesting in the way they are delivered. Also, they're not able to see the meaning in it. They're ready to work hard. They hardly sleep 5-6 hours. 15, 16 hours they are working. Either they're watching these or doing that, whatever. So it's about making them invest their energy in right direction. Do you want them to read the UHV for all the 4 years? That's not what we want. We want them to do the engineering properly. So through this design thinking product design courses, first of all, we are able to inspire them quite a bit of effort. And we personally, being this course requires a faculty to spend a lot of time every single week, 5 hours, solid 5 hours. Okay, as a group of faculty, we will be there continuously. Looking at our commitment and the way we do it, we are helping them in identification of the problem, a lot of group discussions, a lot of clarifications. First of all, I see this course as a lot more relationship building exercise between the faculty and the student. They know that there is this faculty, with whom I can ask these questions, with whom I can learn from this, and this faculty means good and is ready to help us. So that kind of feeling we have to create. First of all, we are able to create in this one, which I was not able to do in other courses because the fixed content, fixed lectures, fixed exams, these things were there. There is no room for there. So here, this is in the LTP format also, there are no lectures here. So 5 hours or tutorials and practice only, very few lectures are there. So in a much informal from group activity environment, allows students to come to us and speak. And the course itself demands that they come, identify the problem, they come to us and discuss it, meet us personally outside the classroom and these things. First of all, this helped us to build a proper teacher-student relationship and a lot of interaction. I mean, several hours of the interaction. And once they get interested in these, they will go out of the way and work for it. I have seen students working 20 hours, a day, and then a lot of long hours in workshops, in going out and buying these things. We were able to make them at least in those both semester work, very hard for these courses. And in terms of giving inputs, you see, our control on the students also is not so much. They are in their hostel, they are in life. As far as making them aware about some of these things, how one can get affected by social media or any other content, these impacts. As a part of the course, when you go any course, I mean, like, of course, most faculty do it. It's not anything great. So most courses, when you go it, I take out some time to talk about some of these things, find out, what is going on with them, what kind of situation they are in, whether it's exams, hostel issues. So this free communication with the students, at least helping us to give certain input to them. But how much impact it is making on the student, how much transformation it brought, I have little clue. We don't know. At least some students come back and report and ask questions, come for some counseling. These things are happening. But beyond that, I don't think in an education institute we have more room than this.
Is it that each student is to submit one project?
Yes.
At the end of
So
the
we make groups. Let's say 60 students are there. So we make 5 per team. So 12 teams will be there. So each of the team will work on one product for the entire year. So part 1 is in semester 1 and part 2 is in the semester 2. So 5 of them will together do this build this product. The first half is quite a bit do with the thinking only. For example, in the first week, they'll have to go to society, let us say hospital, agriculture. We give some sectors, agriculture, health, cleanliness and sanitation, education, like this. So in one of the sectors, whatever they're interested, they can go and talk to about 10, 15, 20 people. That itself is like an exam thing. Like 10, 15 people, they have to talk and find out certain answers, what problems they're facing. And through that, they will identify that, okay, the farmers have a problem of labor shortage. What for they need labor? Let's say to pick mangoes from the tree, this problem is there. How as an engineer I can solve this? So let's say somebody goes to hospital, they have a difficulty in transferring the patient from stretcher to the bed. Somebody come up with a solution for that. So like that, the first time we make them step by step. Okay, now this problem is there. How do you formulate this an engineering problem? Okay, after formulation, how do you come up with solutions? And then how do you build that product? So this entire process we make them go through, and that has actually brought quite a bit of change in the students.
Actually, here also in our university, we do have a beautifully designed community service program after first year internship. And again, to identify the problems in the society, then we do have a project work that comes and in the final year. There also students do develop some products and they go for some internship also. Ours is like government proposed curriculum, but we do have this. But somewhere this applying for patents and going for the technology transfer, that area, I think we need to improve a lot.
Not only that, ma'am, in fact, in that also, those projects are executed in the same BTech project kind of model. Faculty is not giving enough time for that, right? So for that, contact hours are not there. I'm saying this course has 5 contact hours.
Yes.
Right. During that, you get an opportunity to talk to the students, and students get an opportunity to talk to me. I'm available and I don't have any content to discuss. I'm there in the class all the time, but I'm not on the dais. I'm there. I'm there for them to discuss, so many things. When they think like this, they get an opportunity to correct immediately. So,
how
so
are you actually attaching the students? A group of students is attached to one faculty. Is it that way, or only one faculty will be dealing with all the students?
One section, let us say 60 or 70 students are there. So for that section is handled by the 2 faculty only, 2 faculty. So we together we guide, all the teams, but it is not like a project guide where student has to come to you. It is every week timetable is there. These many hours will be there, and designated place is there. Faculty goes to them, right? Like a regular theory course. But then lectures don't happen, exams don't happen.
Here also we do have it, but I think evaluation part is also there. That way only we are doing, but one faculty is attached to some 70 or 60 students. Okay,
so more faculty are required, ma'am. In the beginning, when we did for the first time, we requested the department to give more faculty. So they have given 3 faculty for the section. But after 1 year, we were well versed with it. Then we said only 2 are enough. And assessment is there here also. We assess every step, we assess them. And finally, 3 credits are given, proper 3 credits. Grades are also given individually.
You do have a proper syllabus also.
Yes, proper syllabus is there. Rubrics are there, COs, POs, everything is there. We have developed it.
So ultimately, this is also connected to the value education, because one aspect is to deal with the nature, like friendly with the nature and develop the nature friendly resources to the society. So that way it's also connected to UHV, I feel.
Yeah, as I said, as in the light of the UHV understanding, every one of us, whatever we are doing, we do that only. We don't leave what we are doing. Like you are a faculty, right? You are continuing to be a faculty. With UHV, we are trying to be a better faculty, right? This guy is an engineer. In the light of the UHV, his understanding will take him into a better engineer, right? A better farmer. Right?
So any more interaction? All the those who are present can give your feedback. One form is shared. in the chat. Please fill that feedback. Sirish, once again, you please share the feedback. Yeah.
Okay.
It is there.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
anyone
Thank
would
you.
like to interact with sir? Of course, sir has given his phone number and mail ID also. He's always available to you. You can drop in a mail, I suppose, anytime.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Then customary vote of thanks. I would first and foremost thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor H. Sudarshan Rao Garu, for giving us permission to conduct this webinar in the university, and our Registrar, Professor S. Krishnaya Garu, for encouraging us and facilitating their own office WebEx platform to conduct this webinar. I would also thank my office staff, especially Suresh and Prasad and Shiva, for enabling us to conduct this webinar comfortably. Of course, you know, Dr. Hari Kumar Garu, I'm very much satisfied with your lecture, sir. Thank you for sparing your valuable time, and you said you will be always available for any UHV activity. Really, this lot of research credentials, you are able to spend some time for this UHV. I'm very glad about it personally. And from our university side also, thank you very much for your enlightening lecture and sharing the content and your experiences and how to take it forward in the colleges. I also thank the directors, Professor Durga Prasad and our Padma Suvarna and Subbareddy sir, and all my other director colleagues, and Professor Keshwar Reddy Garu, and Sarita, our university coordinator, and Vishnu Narayana, especially from Aditya College, for sharing his thinking on UHV and how he's implementing this in his college, and all the other participants who are all here, especially our academic assistants from our College of Engineering, Anantapur, and other constituent colleges, and all the faculty from the university, and some of them are outside university also. Thank you very much for joining this platform, and thank you one and all. We'll continue some of these lectures definitely, and I request all of you to go through the content if possible. Join this AICT FDPs online, and on and off we'll be doing some face-to-face FDPs also in some of the colleges. Please try to participate in them. Of course, you know, face-to-face FDPs will be very different. So request you to join whenever we have the opportunity, and see that ultimately the institutions and students are well benefited. Of course, our self-development is also there. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.